Hello viewers. Today I tell you some important points about Middle English period. This is my second part of History of English Literature. This period is a period of transition between Old and Modern English. It is a revival of English language and literature in the reign of King John. First noteworthy work produced and the French influence on this literature. Layman's Brood is most famous work which was written in 1205. It is a voluminous work. It is a poem of about 30,000 lines. It is legendary history of written. It's about Brute or Brutus. It is supposed that they are the founders of Britain. It is about story of King Arthur and King Lear. Ormulum is written by Orm and Kern rival or the rule of Anchises. It is a prose treatise. The Owl and the Nightingale is a work which was most interesting that time. It was a debate in verse. Some religious works are Handling Sin, Cursor Mundi, The Prick of Conscience. These all are religious works. Sir Gawain and the Greek Knight. It is a good romance. It derived from the French stories of love and chivalry of Charlemagne and his knight. Cuckoo Song and Elysian are also lyric poems. Now I tell you English literature after Norman Conquest. Anglo-Norman literature, which was started in 1100 to 1200. The main characteristics of this Anglo-Norman literature was on the model of French medieval literature because the Normans were more French than English. 13th century literature was started in 1203 to 1300. The nature of English poetry round about Chaucer has such an air of energy and youth as throws doubt on the importance to daily life of the apparent realities of history. The poets, despite all their defects, expressed their the thought too freely and fearlessly. Now I tell you some important poets of the age and their masterpiece works. Pearl Rage was written by Gawain Prothero. It was written by Romof Haydn. Gramute Lyre by Alfred Russ. Now I tell you the position of English during this period. The abandonment of French, which was necessary to the growth of English language, showed its effects on prose, not poetry, at a later time. For the moment, English was used for nothing more than translation of foreign literary pieces. Now I tell you the second period of Middle English, which was started in 1350 to 1400. William Langley, which was most famous known poet of this time, he wrote Piers the Plowman. It is about search for truth, in which truth is love, falsehood and meat. Reward is bad sense bribery, conscience, reason, wit, wisdom, and wrong. In this poem, we find seven deadly sins: pride, luxury, envy, wrath, avarice, gluttony, and sloth. Pierce the Plowman shows the way to salvation. The poem contains the triple vision of do well, do better, and do best. It is a didactic poem. Gower is the most famous poet of this time. He was the rival and friend of Chaucer. He wrote in French, Latin, and English language. His most voluminous work is Confessio Amantis. It is a poem of 14,000 lines. The subject of this poem is love. You all know about Chaucer. We can divide his works in three parts. The first part is French period. In this, Romaunt of the Rose, the Book of the Duchess, Parliament of Fowls. In Italian period, the House of Fame, Troilus and Cressida, Legends of Good Women. In English period, he wrote the most famous work is the Canterbury Tales, in which we find 30 pilgrims. They tell their stories to each other. Now I tell you something most important about Chaucer. We can call him the father of English poetry. He was the first novelist, narrative, artist, rhymer, humorist of English poetry. Before him, Latin and Greek languages were supposed to be the guide and guardian of the English language. But Chaucer proved that the English language could stand on its own legs for literary accomplishment. I hope you liked my video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.